Hey, everybody.
Hey there, everybody. How are you? Happy Saturday night, and welcome back to Justin and Michelle Resell.
Yes, we're so excited that you're here. We have another great show for you, of course. And tonight we're talking about something that I have had a lot of luck with in my 10 years of reselling, and that is selling vintage Sony electronics. So, but before we get into it, if you're new with us, welcome.
Hi.
And we are a full-time reselling team, and we sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari via List Perfectly. And we love what we do. So we have a YouTube channel about it. Thanks for
joining us.
Support.
Thank you. Yes. So I'm so excited to talk about Sony because I have a lot of other areas that I feel like I'm pretty knowledgeable with, but electronics is a bit intimidating for me. Oh. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to share.
Well, you're in the right place then, honey. And luckily for me, that electronics is my thing. I absolutely love electronics. I like testing them, trying them out, getting them to the right person in one piece.
He has all these testers and these little stations in the office, and he has all kinds of stuff, and he's like a little scientist. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But I am here to give you guys a little bit of hi, Mom. I'm here to give you a little bit of information, just something fun to think about the actual company Sony. So I'm going to give you a little history, and then Dustin's going to take over and give you the other good stuff. Yeah. So anyways, Sony actually began in the wake of World War II. Oh. This company actually was started in Tokyo, and it was started for absolutely no money, and it only had 8 employees, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. So it really grew.
Yes. In 1955, they actually released the very first transistor radio in Japan, and it was a huge hit. And that is actually what sort of put Sony on the map way back then. Okay. And then you can fill us in on all the newer stuff, but still it's vintage. Isn't that crazy?
No, that is really, I mean, I actually thought maybe Sony was an older company, honestly. But I guess that makes sense. Yeah. They've been around for a while. And since then, since that first transistor radio, they have expanded their catalog to a wide variety of electronics. I mean, almost anything that you can think of to be electronics.
It's hard to narrow it down to a bunch.
Yeah, but I mean, Sony has made things like...
like radios, televisions, telephones, personal computers, record players, calculators, video games, and consoles, guitar amplifiers, which we know you have, my love, and stomp boxes, just to name a few, which I thought was that's not even covering Cuisinarts and vacuum cleaners and right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, vintage electronics, sure. And the things that Sony have made, have made just about everything that you had mentioned there, honey, as well as, the bigger things like big cassette decks and stereo amplifiers, reel-to-reel decks, tape players. What about those big old Trinitron TVs?
Oh, my gosh. They were huge and thick.
And, I know. And actually,
remember, it was
they were actually console models even, but those are actually very popular today for vintage gaming.
Those big, huge, monstrous ones.
No joke. Yeah.
You need a forklift to ship that.
Pretty much. So those usually sell locally, but if you get the right person, they go for really great money. And if you could ship them, that broadens your horizons on.
You get an award if you can ship them.
Right. Yeah. That's a feat right there.
Yeah, the mailman's not going to be too happy with us.
Oh my gosh, no.
No.
And, if you're not into shipping those big things like the boom boxes and all of those really large items that, Sony made and has a great, say sell-through rate and big money for, there's a lot of other smaller products that they also made that are much easier to ship, if you're not set up for those bigger items, like, the Walkmans, the Discmans, headphones, microphones, camcorders.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the old Walkmans with the cool font, that cool Walkman font. Oh my gosh,
I know.
Yeah.
And people are still collecting those, guys. There are collectors out there. I've seen YouTube videos of, people who have collections of Sony things in a big hutch or something,
Speaking of cassette tapes, you guys have to go back and check out the cassette tape video that you did on cleaning them, because if you love vintage electronics, you will love this video. So I don't know how you put it down below or whatever.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll leave a link. I did a really short video on repairing cassette tapes, so check that out.
Yeah.
And let's see. So all of these different Sony electronics that are going to go for really big money. And we want to show you a bunch of examples because there's a lot of collectors out there, like I was saying.
Grab a pad and a paper.
Oh my gosh. Wow. You know, it's pretty crazy. Now we're going to go over a few examples. So let's just check out the unofficial price guide, which we always like to do.
eBay.
And that is the eBay sold listing.
Woohoo!
All right, so first thing we're going to check out, or we're going to check is the sell-through rate. Now we're just going to type in vintage Sony here in eBay, and we're going to see 29,000 results have come up, and this is for the United States only. I'm doing this for. So 29,000 results. We're going to scroll down really quick to see how many have sold, and 11,000 plus have sold just for vintage Sony. So that's a little bit more of than a 1 in 3 sell-through rate. It's not terrible. It's pretty good. But just those 2 keywords, if you're getting a sell-through rate like that, you know to pick up vintage Sony products. Now, we'll just do a little bit of scrolling, and then we're going to go to some specific examples. Now, right here, again, we're talking about those Walkmans. And you and I were talking about, you know, when we think of vintage Sony, you and I, we think of like those Walkmans. We think of the Discman, we think of the portable cassette players, and like the little boom boxes and headphones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, this is I believe, the very first Walkman that ever came out. If not, it's one of them. And this is the model D555.
Wow.
Now, with the original box and packaging and AC adapter and all that, look at this thing is going for $3,000.
$3,000. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, guys. Now, without the box and everything, they're going to go for a little bit less. But, I mean, holy cow, guys. Look for those big blocky Discmans.
Square.
Right?
Big silver. Yeah.
Yeah. So, they're pretty easy to spot. Now, here's a reel-to-reel tape player, Sony, going for about $1,000, saying it's brand new. I don't know. Here's a portable cassette player here, going for around $1,000 as well. Now, you'll see this model quite a bit here, actually. DC6. Again, here is a stereo amplifier here that's going for around $1,000. Here is a tape deck, TC K950ES. Now, if you see that model number, pick it up. It's worth $1,000.
yeah, exactly.
Here is the first example of a Trinitron monitor that's going for over $1,000 or near $1,000.
What is that? Like a baby monitor?
This one right here, I'm not sure. It looks like a rack style. Like you put that in a rack for like a professional equipment.
Cool.
We're also seeing here, look at this brand new in the package Walkman.
Oh my gosh, that is exactly what they look like. I forgot.
Yeah, you'd see these, you know, sitting in Kmart or Walmart or something on the pack here, and you pick this up. Look at this; it's going for $1,000.
Try to get it open. That was the fun part.
Yeah,
remember? You were like broke out like the hedge trimmers. You're like, the scissors aren't working.
No doubt, I know. You need the Sawzall for those things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, we love it.
Oh, memories.
So when you find those blister packs, guys, oh my gosh, with brand new Sony products or any vintage electronics that are still new in the package, it really doesn't matter what brand they are. Sometimes pick those up. Oh my gosh, you're gonna do your research and have to run to the bathroom once you see what they're going for. All right, so once again, here's some the same exact Walkman here. This one almost looks like one of those ones that you would use for dictaphone, you know, like when you would talk into and record. Maybe not, though. Again, here's a...
Look how cute this was. That one for $7.99. It crossed out. It's so cute. It's got like a little baby...
A little monitor on there. Little reel-to-reel tape player. That's pretty cool.
So stinking cute.
Right? And it goes for about $800.
Well, that's really, really cute.
And, right. And here's some more of these vintage Trinitron monitors that go for the vintage gaming. And as you see right here in this picture, you'll see they're playing vintage games on these.
It's pretty cool. I have never seen that before, but that is pretty cool.
Not only to give it the old vintage feel, like you would have played this on a TV like that back in the day, but some of these games are only work on these old monitors, like say the Duck Hunt. where you would use the zapper gun.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, you can't use that on flat screens. You have to have one of these old TVs to play that game.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So that's why these some of these old monitors, these old vintage Trinitrons, whatever the brand is, really are still going for money, especially if there's a VCR attached to it.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Now here is a Sony Walkman that is still new in the package, $800 right there.
Oh, there's that font I love.
Oh, yep.
The Walkman font.
Walkman.
Real roundy W's.
For sure. So, I mean, this is an example, guys. We're just looking at stuff that is in, like the $1,000 to $700 price range. So obviously it's going to go all the way down to like $20, $30 stuff that you're going to find every day, which is, may not even be vintage, but Sony products still sell. It doesn't matter really if they're vintage, to be honest with you.
Even for parts, right?
For parts too. We'll show you some examples. Don and my dad, Dave Percy. Hey.
Oh, thanks.
Doing great. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm going to be giving you a call later here pretty soon. So again, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. If you're watching the replay or live, we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we hope that you have a better idea of what to keep your eyes peeled for when you are out there.
Absolutely. And we're going to show you some more examples here. We have, let's see. I forgot here. So we got some more examples. We'll show you really quick. We have actually, let's delve into the Discmans. Let's show you some examples here because some of these are just going for ridiculous money. Like here's some more examples. This first one that's showing here is a D303. So this is, again, one of the first models that was ever made. And they go for around $700, guys.
Oh, my gosh. Now, what about the earphones? I remember they were so spongy, uncomfortably spongy.
Oh, I know. Oh, my gosh.
And
yeah.
They would rip all the time.
We had to replace the foam pads and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to show you some examples of those very quickly here. But again, here's another example of some Discmans. Wow. These aren't even vintage ones, really. Well, I guess so because they're made, for CDs. But $150, brand new in the package here. Another one, DF200 here, $175, brand new in the package. One of the first ones again. D303, $155.
Wow.
Yeah. So those are just the Walkmans, but now we're gonna go and check out. Let's see. We also have before we hit the headphones, we need the player to let's see, do that with. So let's check out this one example of a cassette Walkman. Now this one right here, this one right here is featured in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, if you remember that. So this sort of blue one, there's your font that you like. With,
I love it. So cute. It looks like a little Pac-Man or something.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yep. Pac-Man.
So this right here, just a simple tape player. It's even dusty in there. You can see. I mean, oh my gosh, this thing. You can really easily, pick out a portable cassette player. But when you see Sony, you can jump for joy a little bit.
I really like the case that it's in. That's also what makes it really worth something.
Absolutely. So even if you just found this case, you could sell it to the person who doesn't have the case but has this Walkman. So very cool here, guys. I mean, $400 for this one Walkman.
Crazy.
Yeah. And we forgot to mention this, guys. For parts are not working. No, they didn't even test this thing, or it was just flat out not working. So this thing, somebody paid $400 with 30 bids
for a broken
Walkman. So if that tells you anything, guys, this one right here is really one to look out for. If you test it, it's in great shape, great condition. It can go for around $1,000 just for that one Walkman there. So
amazing.
Big bucks for Sony products. Now we have a couple more examples, guys, really quickly here, because this is something that I actually found like 8-10 years ago. And being Sony, being something different and unique, I had to pick it up. And there wasn't a price on it in the thrift store. And I asked the guy, and he's like, $5. And I'm like, sold. All right. And I didn't even look it up because I knew it was worth more than $5. But when I got it home and looked it up, I was at one of those things where, like, you're just like, yes, you just jump for joy. You scored. I listed that thing so quickly, and it sold so quickly for like $250. Now that was 8 years ago.
Wow.
Now I think this is the particular model right here. This one right here. It's going for around $600 now, guys. Yeah, this is a Sony 8mm video player. So it's like a little VCR for 8mm players, or for your camcorders. Now, also, camcorders are also a really great thing to look out for with Sony, whether they're working or not. We just sold a Sony camcorder that was for parts.
Yeah,
Not
it was
working.
in a video, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That actually. Oops, I'm sorry, guys. We actually haven't.
Hey, there we are again.
Hey,
Woo!
We actually haven't aired that one yet, but you'll see us showing that, I believe, this Thursday coming
I
up.
gave away the secret.
It was a secret. Oh my gosh, we can't air it. So look for that on an upcoming video.
So basically, what you're saying is pretty much anything that's Sony, grab it and then take it to the corner and take a look at it, because it's highly likely that it's worth grabbing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're very right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Just about anything Sony, take the model number, just look for the model number, type that in. It's going to give you exactly, how many there are on eBay and how many have sold. So you can check the sell-through rate, how fast it will sell, what you'll get for it. And as we showed you, if you got vintage Sony, type it in there, you got a 33% chance that it's going to sell within 3 months. So.
That's not too shabby.
Not too shabby, right? So, guys, once again, good luck out there finding those vintage electronics, especially Sony. Of course, there's other brand names that do really great as well. But this one has personally always done very well for me. And I hope it does well for you as well. So.
Thanks for joining us again. We always appreciate seeing you guys. And we look forward to seeing you this week. And we hope you have an awesome weekend.
Absolutely, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Hats up to you.
Thanks for joining us.